The Avengers' superhuman powers help them earn the title of Earth's mightiest heroes, but the MCU's protagonists have gifts we haven't even seen yet. For over a decade, viewers have watched with amazement as some of the most popular and powerful characters in comic book history came to life within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We've never seen our favorite heroes utilize these gifts in the MCU yet, but they may have used them to beat Thanos in the Endgame without sacrificing Iron Man. Comic book fans know that several Avengers have yet to use certain powers they have in the comics. Here are 13 wild Superpowers MCU heroes have but have never used. Ant-Man can cause enemies to explode. When trailers for Avengers Endgame revealed that Scott Lang will join Earth's Mightiest in their battle to take down Thanos and restore life to half the universe, fans joked that Ant-Man could single-handedly stop the all-powerful Titan by simply crawling into Thanos' body, while in his microscopic form and expanding to his regular size. Believe it or not, this is an actual possibility and something Ant-Man is perfectly capable of. Heroes don't typically choose to cause their enemies to explode in this manner, so Ant-Man doesn't utilize this gift. Hulk can see the astral plane. Hulk is capable of seeing astral projections and ghosts, and can see characters who are using magic to project their presence. It's possible he could use this unusual gift to communicate with the fallen Doctor Strange, and since the Sorcerer Supreme has seen millions of resolutions to the Avengers' fight against Thanos, and knows the only route which will bring them success, Hulk may be able to provide his teammates with the knowledge they need to achieve victory. Black Panther can control zombies. Recently in Marvel Comics, T'Challa was anointed king of the deceased, and was granted the power and knowledge of all past Black Panthers, as well as the ability to control the undead. On a few occasions, he's proven capable of actually reanimating fallen warriors and summoning departed spirits into the physical world with tangible forms. It's not very likely the MCU will ever explore this fairly new addition to the Black Panther's skill set, but it would certainly come in handy. Countless Wakandan soldiers perished in the civilization's battle between Killmonger and T'Challa in the war against Thanos' Outrider army, and if the young king could bring them back to life, Wakanda would be able to mount quite a formidable offense against any threat. Thor can speak every language. Thor mentioned in Infinity War that he was actually able to understand Groot, because they taught Groot as an elective in schools on Asgard, but the God of Thunder shouldn't have actually had to learn the talking trees language from a textbook. In the comics, he uses a gift called the All-Tongue to be able to instantly communicate with anyone in the universe, no matter which language they're speaking. Thor can use the All-Tongue to understand every form of language, and when he responds, this power allows whoever he's speaking to automatically hear him in their native tongue. The MCU has made it seem like nearly everyone in the galaxy speaks English, but that just may be the All-Tongue making things easier for us to understand. Gamora is capable of rapid healing. Peter Quill may have overreacted to Gamora's apparent elimination, though, because in the comics, she has an accelerated healing factor. Her ability to rapidly heal might have saved her from the fall off that cliff on Vormir. The films haven't ever shown any signs of this ability, though, so it's possible that the MCU's Gamora sadly doesn't share the same gifts as her comic book counterpart. Falcon can communicate with birds. The MCU Redwing is a Stark Tech prototype, but in the comics, he's an actual Falcon that Sam Wilson has a telepathic link with. Clearly Marvel decided that was a bit too far-fetched for their live-action universe, but it definitely could make Falcon a much better spy and asset for Earth's mightiest heroes. Red Skull used the Cosmic Cube to create a mental connection between Falcon and Redwing, and Falcon later revealed he could extend this empathic link to see into the minds of other birds as well, giving him over 6 billion pairs of eyes in the unit. Scarlet Witch can alter reality. Scarlet Witch proved herself to be one of the MCU's most powerful characters. The comic book version of Wanda Maximoff can magically alter all of reality in a manner similar to that of the Reality Stone. In fact, just by uttering the words "no more mutants," she once caused the number of mutants in the world to drop from millions to a few hundred. If only she used this ability in Infinity War, she might have been able to eliminate Thanos' army in a matter of seconds and freed the Avengers to focus all of their efforts on stopping the Mad Titan. Black Widow can also lift Thor's hammer. In an alternate universe, the Black Widow also actually briefly held the iconic weapon. Natasha turned down the opportunity to try her hand at lifting Mjolnir in the film because it was a question she didn't need answering. But if Thor's original weapon returns in Endgame, it's better in her hands than in Captain America's because he has powers of his own and has already shown that he can hold his own against Thanos in hand-to-hand combat without it. Captain America has enhanced eyesight. By now, even casual Marvel fans know that Captain America has superhuman strength, speed, and stamina, and that he's one of the Avengers' top tacticians. His ability to throw and instantly recover his vibranium shield is similarly well known. But even the biggest Steve Rogers enthusiasts don't know about one of his most useful powers from the comics. Steve also has enhanced eyesight, which allows him to process incoming visual stimuli faster than any other information and pick out information that may be useful. Iron Man's technology helped him determine Cap's fighting patterns and mount a counter-offense in Civil War, but Steve's heightened sight helps him do that all on his own, even if the films haven't explained how. Captain Marvel can see the future. It's hard to believe that Captain Marvel failed to show off the full extent of Carol Danvers' powers, because she was so ridiculously overpowered in the film. Fans are having a hard time believing that Thanos will even be able to give Captain Marvel a fight in Endgame, after witnessing how powerful she is, without even knowing that Carol also has the gift of precognition, and hasn't bothered to use it yet. Carol's ability to see glimpses of the future is strong enough that it's been deemed a seventh sense. She hasn't demonstrated that power in the MCU, and since she didn't seem to know what Thanos was up to until Nick Fury contacted her, it's possible she isn't even aware she has precognition in her back pocket yet. If she ever does develop it, Captain Marvel will become even more unstoppable. Iron Man is a technopath. When Tony Stark nearly perished during a fight against the villainous Mullen in the comics, he injected his nervous system with modified techno-organic virus-like body restructuring machines which rewrote his own biology. This allowed him to partially merge with his Iron Man armor and gave him the gift of technopathy. Tony became capable of communicating with and controlling every piece of technology, and thanks to his ability to interface with communication satellites and wireless connections to increase the range of his power. His technopathy is practically limitless and effortless. Spider-Man can talk to spiders. Not all superhuman powers are created equal, and it's not entirely surprising that none of the various live-action films featuring Spider-Man over the past 2 decades have showcased the hero's ability to speak to spiders. It's certainly not as useful of a gift as Peter's spider sense, enhanced strength, or ability to cling to walls, but Ant-Man's connection with ants has helped him a few times in the MCU. And it's definitely possible that communication with spiders could have its uses as well. After Marvel Comics' The Other storyline, Spider-Man emerged from a cocoon with extra powers, one of which was this ability to talk to spiders. In Doctor Strange 390, the Sorcerer Supreme also used magic to let Peter talk to his 8-legged friends. Doctor Strange has martial arts training. Doctor Strange is a master of the mystic arts and the most skilled sorcerer on the planet, but he doesn't always have to rely on magic in battle. But the character he's inspired by has been trained in several martial arts disciplines and can hold his own in a fight without uttering a single incantation. Doctor Strange is extremely proficient at judo and is good at wielding a wide variety of weapons, including swords and axes. He's used the axe of Angaruumas on numerous occasions in the comics, and the Doctor Strange film featured a brief Easter egg where Strange tried to grab it to battle Caecilius before his mystical cape dragged him towards an alternate weapon. Here we end our list. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe, Wonderment.